Have you fallen down the cottage industry rabbit hole yet? Well, if not, buckle up, Alice, and click on over to the description in the show notes and sign up. Then you can get ready for the most fun induction into the cult of all things yarn and fiber. This will include, but not limited to, free yarn, free ebooks, patterns, coupons, and much more. You don't want to miss out.
You are listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts, a podcast featuring two crafty besties who love true crime and a good cup of joe.
Hey, amateur sleuths. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Heidi. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I love it.
I am on my last day of vacation and I go back to work tomorrow and why do we have to have like actual jobs that make us money?
Yeah. Why can't we just like be full-time podcasters and book writers?
Right?
Those are called
That's
authors,
still our
Heidi.
goal. Yeah. We're still trying to put the goal out there. We do want
just
to
like adopt us as like your nieces and just give us millions. Okay.
Legit. We're ready for it.
Right.
So ready for it. I today am drinking Joe. I'm drinking Joe from Trader Joe's.
Nice.
Yeah. It's an exceptionally smooth cup of coffee.
Sweet.
And it's really nothing fancy about it. And that's what they advertise. No frills, nothing fancy.
Well, that's why they keep the cost low.
I know. But I love their bag because you get the old school.
Oh, I love it.
And then on the back is the dancing lady.
Yeah. She's got coffee. That's why she's dancing.
That's right. We dance when we have coffee. So yeah, this comes from Trader Joe's.
Yeah, be less.
It's delicious. And it's getting me. This one's a light roast, so.
Oh, that's cracky.
I might be a little jittery than usual.
Yeah, but maybe don't drink as much.
I am on my third cup,
which is less
15 ounces.
Which is less than usual.
But, yeah, it actually is.
But it's stronger. Caffeine, not flavor. Caffeine. Strong
Correct.
Caffeine. All right.
Strong caffeine. Good balance of flavor.
Delicious.
This is a simple little painting I did. And I mostly used a palette knife. I don't know if people know what a palette knife is.
They're really cool.
Well, this one's a plastic version, but sometimes they're good. But I like to use my metal ones more because they give like a sharper edge.
Yeah.
So this painting I did was just a little bit of a, just to play with my palette knife. And for those of you that don't know, I grew up on a sailboat. And
when she says she grew up on a sailboat, it wasn't just the weekends. It was literally, they lived on a sailboat, y'all.
Yes.
Fucking awesome.
For years and years and years. And so I decided to do like a little sailboat painting.
Oh, Kristen. It's so cool.
It's very simplified, but
I like the
I like
water.
it. Isn't it pretty?
I love it.
It's a little.
Yay.
And it's for sale.
Yes.
If anyone's interested in my little boats.
And we actually have a new online store we're going to be transitioning stuff over to, because what we were doing, there's a limit to what you can do, and I don't like limits. And so we switched over to a Square store, which means we can list as many items as we want without being charged extra.
I am really looking forward to this transition. I think it's going to really help with our merchandise. And then
Kristen has her own art page.
I know.
There's
I felt special.
We both have our own special page. And I will be listing some of my yarn stuff on there. But I'm going to make very intentional for the podcast yarn stuff.
Cool.
So it'll be like a spooky collection of murder. Okay.
Nice. I love it.
Why not?
Yes. So I did that.
Fantastic.
And then, you and I have been going back and forth on podcast art the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
So I've been brainstorming on that, and there's some things that we're working on to make new stickers and magnets. So that artwork will happen soon.
And I asked Kristen to redo my logo design for my yarn business.
Yes.
Because it just needs to be redone. It needs a different critter. And I'm really excited.
Different critter.
Same color, different critter. Real excited.
Yes, I just have to get on that.
Whenever you
get on that.
Whenever you have time is fine by me. Anyway, it's really exciting. I'm excited.
Yes. And soon I will have help in my brain department. Now that I'm diagnosed, I can start getting treatment and help with all of my
I'm excited.
Prioritizing and focus, and hopefully it'll all work for all avenues of my life.
Well, I am rooting for you, and I'm real excited because even the simple step that I got, the one little medication I got to help me cope, has helped me get shit done, which is really awesome. So I'm really looking forward to what your future is going to be like.
I am too, because I need to accomplish so many things, and I never feel like I can because of all the things holding me back.
Yes.
So hopefully
it's like a roadblock.
Yeah.
Like one thing that you have to do, like, throws you off for everything else.
Right. And apparently I have a form of OCD that is keeping me from sleeping.
Yeah. That's
so once I get that fixed, that should help with my sleep deprivation I've had for like 15 years.
Yeah. This girl. And it has nothing to do with the amount of coffee she drinks. The coffee is a side effect of not sleeping, not the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah. So anywho,
I would probably be dead if I slept as little as you. So good on you.
I think it was like Thursday night or Wednesday night. Maybe it was Wednesday or Thursday. But anyways, when we got back from our trip, and I was just so exhausted because we walked all over that darn amusement park.
Mm-hmm.
I got 5 whole hours of sleep without waking.
Okay. The fact that that's a lot for you is frightening.
I know. I usually go 3, and then I wake up every 30 minutes to an hour until I just finally get out of bed.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. So,
yikes.
Looking forward to sleeping again, guys.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Been a while.
People who don't sleep are more likely to murder. Just saying. They should really get on this.
They should get on pretty quick.
All right. No murder.
All right. So I don't know if you really watch this, but it's one of my favorite shows. What post-apocalyptic horror TV series is based on the comic book series created by Robert Kirkman?
Walking Dead.
Ding, ding, ding.
And yes, we do watch it.
Good. It's a good show. The first time I watched the episode, it came out Halloween. I think Haley was like 2.
Oh my God.
And I woke up in the middle of the night and it was on my TV and I was like, what is this amazing
Oh my God.
show?
She was like, there's zombies.
And I was like, what in the world am I watching? Is this an old movie? Is this a new movie? And I realized it was a series that had just started. It was the first episode and I was like, oh, I got to watch it next week now. And then
Oh, see,
I
that
just created
maybe
this whole
maybe that's why
obsession.
Kristen doesn't sleep. Just kidding.
because I watch a zombie show.
It's The Walking Dead. It got her, woke her up.
The Walking Dead. Yes. So anyways. Michael Myers' mask is supposedly based on what famous actor? I think you know this
I
one.
do know this one, but I fucking always forget his name, which is really funny because I love him. Hold, please. Yeah, I can never fucking remember his name.
Are you sure?
I seriously can't remember his name. Ever.
His last name
Help.
is similar to shit.
I know.
Shitner.
William Shatner. Fucking thank
There
God.
you go.
See, it's like a mental fuck because I know him as Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk.
He is Captain
Yep.
Kirk to me forever and ever. So remembering his actual name is really hard.
Yeah.
Also, I think I have
know.
Alzheimer's, but that's okay.
Fun fact.
It does
He
run
had, yes, in mine too. A fun fact about William Shatner, well, really, Star Trek, was that he had the first interracial kiss on screen. So
yes,
with Ahura was her
and
character.
I think,
and she just recently passed away.
Yeah, she just died like a couple days ago as of this recording.
Nichelle.
She was stunning.
She's so pretty. She was so pretty.
Absolutely.
Up until the end, she's super pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Yes. Who wrote and directed A Nightmare
Damn
on
it.
Elm Street?
Let's do that again because it went robotic. Because we need to hear the whole question, even though I know what you said.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Sorry.
Stupid internet.
The internet.
The internet. Who wrote and directed A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Oh, God damn it. Here's another one I know and I can't fucking remember the names. Because I'm really bad at this.
That's why I like doing it, because
hold please. Gosh. This is going to ruin my brain because it's my favorite movie. And I know it.
It's such a simple name.
I know. But you're going to have to tell me. Everybody's screaming at me right now, probably. It's okay.
Wes Craven.
Oh, thank you. God. See, this is the problem with my brain. You ask me a question, I'm like, oh, I know this.
I know. I do it too. I'm like, I know this. Why can I not come up with the answer?
Yeah. But anyway, Nightmare on Elm Street is my favorite horror movie to this day.
Yes, it is.
Love it.
It's quite lovely. I loved that that picture I sent you. What was it? It was the action figure, but he called himself what?
I don't remember. Stickman or something like that. I put it in our
on our Instagram story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
Kristen always finds the best memes for our Instagram story.
Yes. I forward so many things all the time.
It's fine because I don't find anything ever. So
So trigger warnings. Well, there's sexual sadism,
woohoo.
sodomy,
Eh,
murder by machete and hatchet. Machete. Murder by machete and a hatchet or a blunt object, skull carving and stabbing, and one victim was shot.
all right.
There's also
Skull carving.
Yeah.
It took me that long to process what you said.
I'll tell you about that later.
Oh God.
My resources were Murderpedia, newspapers.com, Wikipedia, Ranker.com, New York Times, and so yeah, lots of stuff there. Are you ready?
I think so. I mean, it can't be any worse than my last case. Just kidding. Yeah, it can.
Yeah. So Juan Vallejo Corona was born in Mexico, 1934. He doesn't have any real childhood history. It said in one article that he was born to parents and he had 10 siblings and the dad had like 3 kids before that. 10 kids. He's a Hispanic family, so they had lots of children.
A lot of children, because
lots of children.
No birth control.
Correct. So not much is really known until 1950 when he migrated to California at age 16. And like many Hispanics or Mexicans starting out in the United States, he worked the fields.
Right.
So, as many know, California is a huge state and it grows tons and tons of agriculture, which needs farmhands. And yes. California is the border state of is one of the border states of Mexico. So it was easy for people to cross the border, start working, and get jobs. Excuse me. Brain fart. Brain problem.
That was hysterical. She said, excuse me, to her brain fart.
That's how well my manners are.
Guys. I love it. You've got the best manners ever. Oh my gosh.
Most workers were known as migrant or migratory workers due to their nature to go work or to go where the work was and never staying in one place.
Yeah.
They often moved in packs, and if work dried out, they would go to another area. And with California having so many orchards, so many just tons of things growing on it.
Everything grows out there. Including avocados and artichokes. 2 of my favorite things.
And garlic. Gilroy, California
Gilroy
is the garlic capital.
The Gilroy Garlic Festival.
And if nobody knows what that means, they make anything and everything using garlic. Ice cream. Garlic flavored ice cream.
Dude, we grow our own garlic here.
That's awesome. I love it roasted.
Yes, so good.
Mm-hmm. When I could eat dairy, I would take like little crackers or
bread,
toast points.
Yep.
Toast points. And then spread the roasted garlic on there with goat cheese.
Sorry, you're making me think about that place in Point Loma.
Oh, Pasta Nova. No, Pizza Nova. Pizza
They
Nova.
had, you could order their baked garlic. It was a platter and it came with like their baked garlic with pesto, goat cheese, the garlic, and little like bread, toasted bread. My fucking God, y'all.
So that's where I think that's where my mom got the idea to do it at home.
Salivating right now.
I miss Pizza Nova.
I can't eat any of that anymore though.
No, I can't.
They also had my favorite pasta dish, fettuccine. It was an Alfredo dish, but it had sun-dried tomatoes and portobello mushrooms and asparagus, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
They had a Thai chicken salad that was to die for.
So good.
So good. And we can't eat any of it now.
No.
Very sad that we created all these allergies.
Yeah.
Our bodies.
Bullshit.
It's crap. So yes. So California, big agriculture state, easy for people to work. People come and go, and no one's really completely settled back in this time. In 1953, Corona settled in the Yuba City area in Northern California, which is in the Sacramento Valley.
Where they grow broccoli too. You can smell it. It's disgusting.
Oh, I would not want to smell that. Later that year, he married a woman named Gabriela Hermosillo in Reno, Nevada, against her parents' wishes. And the marriage lasted only 3 months and they had no children.
Oh, well, that's lucky, I guess.
Yeah. In 1955, a huge flood occurred in the Sacramento Valley and a levee broke.
Oh, shit.
It was big news. It killed 38 people, a lot of whom were Mexican migrant workers.
There's an underground. Yeah. There's an underground there. Okay.
Yeah. So this caused, for some reason, I guess it was because he was working this type of work at the time and in that area, it caused Corona to have a mental breakdown.
Oh, shit.
Because of all the deaths. And then he started saying that he was seeing ghosts.
Not a good sign.
Yeah. They committed him to a hospital. One of his half-brothers, older brother, I forget his name. I didn't write it down.
That's okay.
Weird. But anyways, he was living in that area. And that's one of the reasons why Juan Corona moved and migrated up there.
Okay.
Because his brother was up there. And the brother is the one who helped him get committed into the hospital. I guess he was the one who he told he was seeing ghosts and having a breakdown. He was committed to a hospital where he was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia.
Oh boy.
And unfortunately for Corona, the treatment for paranoid schizophrenia or schizophrenia in general was electroshock therapy in the 70s or in the 50s, 50s. He received 23 shock treatments in a span of 3 months.
Holy shit.
The doctors then said that he was recovered and they deported him back to Mexico.
Okay.
So, yeah. But being deported back to Mexico did not stop him from trying to still achieve his goals. He somehow legally got a green card and moved back to California. And then he started a normal life again. And in 1959, he married a woman named Gloria Moreno. The couple had 4 daughters, and during this time, Corona built a lucrative logistics business where he contracted and hired workers to staff the local farms.
Nice.
So he moved from migrant worker himself to working the fields to actually having a very good business of hiring other workers for farms and ranches and orchards.
That's
nearby.
awesome.
Yes. Awesome for him.
Yes.
Not so much for others.
Yeah.
Corona became very well known for his arduous work and ability to manage and maintain workers for the agriculture businesses in the Sacramento Valley. But little did anyone know the sinister evil that lived inside of Corona.
Yikes. Yikes.
On May 19th, 1971, a peach farmer named Goro Kagahiro, he was Japanese, found a large, freshly dug hole on his orchard. Just a hole. Just found a hole.
Oh, boy.
He found this odd, so later that day, he was asking all of his workers if they knew anything about this hole, why it was dug, what it was for, and nobody had any information. Mind you, all of these workers had been hired by Corona.
Okay.
They say nobody knew anything about it. So later that night, Kagahiro returned to the hole where he found it had been filled in.
Oh boy.
So sometime between the hole being there and it being filled in, somebody was there doing nefarious things.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Kagahiro, though, thought that someone was illegally dumping their trash on his property and did, like hiding it. So he called the sheriff's office to investigate. He didn't think there would be what there was.
Not the kind of trash he was thinking of.
No. Nobody could fathom what they would find next. When the deputies unearthed the freshly dug and filled hole, they found the body of a man.
Shit.
The body was...
I saw it coming, but,
yeah. I mean, no mystery there, right?
Yeah.
The body was dressed, but inside his pockets was literature of a homosexual nature.
Okay.
At the time, the coroner never looked for signs of sexual assault, though, and only performed a superficial examination.
That's interesting.
So they did identify the man as Kenneth Whiteacre, who was a known drifter and alcoholic.
Okay.
5 days later, on May 24th, 1971, workers found another filled hole on the grounds of the ranch next door.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Deputies arrived and digged up another male body and then found a third body nearby. All three victims were drifters and farm workers. And inside the third body was a receipt from the Yuba City Market that had been signed by Corona on May 21st, 1971, 3 days prior to his body being found.
Okay.
Now, here's where some of the things get weird. All of the bodies had been hacked up by what appeared to be a machete or a large hatchet, and a cross was etched in the back of their skull. So he had to get deep enough or, move things around enough to get to the skull to actually carve into their skulls.
Like, you have to be a sick motherfucker to do that kind of extra shit.
Yes.
That's extra.
It is. It really is. Witnesses say they saw a pickup truck like the one Corona drove in the area at the time of the murders. But the sheriff's office was not ready to make an arrest and decided to continue to search the area for more graves. The area-wide search found 6 more bodies in the same orchard, and all of them had been hacked up and stabbed. One victim was shot. Out of all of his victims, one was shot. So I'm not sure what changed there, but A lot of the victims were buried with their pants down or no pants at all, and all had been seen asking Corona for work because they were drifters and they were just trying to get some work in to make a few bucks so they go buy a beer.
Right.
Deputies did decide that on May 26, 1971, they had enough evidence to arrest Corona and perform a search of his home, office, and truck. In his vehicle, investigators found bloodstains, and in his home, they found evidence of multiple weapons, such as a machete, knives, a pistol, ammunition, and a club that had been bloodstained all over it.
Jeez.
Yeah. Another interesting bit of evidence was they found a ledger, and inside the ledger, Corona had wrote 34 names of men with dates next to them.
Oh my God.
Later to be considered dates of the deaths.
Yeah. Holy shit.
They had a death ledger.
Okay.
Creepy.
That's like different than a hit list.
Right. This
It's
was
already
keeping
done.
track of.
Wow.
Yeah. Due to, or the other evidence they found were more receipts at the home that were signed by Corona, and other bodies also had some in their pockets as well.
Okay.
So not just the one guy, there were more bodies that they found that had more receipts.
Right.
So it's assumed that he hired all of them to do something for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then due to the already substantial number of dead bodies found on the peach orchard, the sheriff ordered an aerial infrared search to find the rest of the graves.
Oh, geez.
My question is, if they're all on this same area, why did he was able to bury all of these people? Hush.
Oh, who are you talking to?
I was talking to my notifications. It made a big old ding noise.
Oh, I didn't even hear it, so that's good.
Oh, good. They finally called off their search of more bodies on June 4th, 1971, because they had unearthed 25.
Holy shit.
25 victims.
Dude.
How do you bury that many?
Without anybody knowing.
Right.
But also, these farms, the farms are huge.
Yeah.
That's a lot of land that the people who own the properties don't see.
Right. And if he was doing this type of business where he was able to be there.
Yeah.
To get work, or I don't know.
Oh my God.
So this is an interesting fact. The Boston Strangler before Corona had been known as the most prolific American serial killer, but his body count was almost half of what Corona's was. He had 13 deaths to his name. Corona had 25.
Fuck. That they know of.
Right. It is suspected that there's more, but it's hard to prove if you don't have bodies or people missing.
The ledger with the names and the dates would be a good indicator.
True.
So I wonder.
And there were 34.
Okay, so there's definitely more bodies somewhere.
Yeah.
Fuck, somebody's gonna find them in 200 years.
They'll just be bones.
And be like, oh my God, these are this prolific serial killer from the 70s.
Because
50s
they'll
or
have
whatever.
DNA.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Well, they'll see the carving in the back of the skull and be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a lot of damning evidence.
Yikes.
The sheriff's office put out national information on the identity of the drifters that had been murdered, and all of them but 4 bodies were identified.
Okay.
But there were several that nobody claimed.
Okay. Which is really sad, but
It is.
it happens a lot.
Corona targeted victims were males. I believe they were all white males, so it wasn't even Hispanic workers.
Okay.
Because in here, he said that they were between 40 and 65 years. Many were homeless alcoholics and simply known as winos or derelicts.
Okay.
These men were not the type of worker he would hire because he was hiring green card holding Hispanic males to do his work. These were all white, homeless winos that he wouldn't actually hire,
but he hired
them. Right. Yes. 15 of the 25 victims were found undressed, and all except the one shot were clubbed or hacked in the head with a machete. He would sodomize them before completing the murders. So he would bludgeon them or hack them with the machete. They were still technically alive.
Oh my God.
And then he would sodomize them. And then he would finish murdering them by stabbing them fatally in the chest. But post-mortem, for some reason, he would bludgeon them in the head again.
Maybe he had some rage.
Well, that's what I'm going to get to, is that he was definitely upset. A lot of people say that he was horrified at the fact that he had gay tendencies.
Oh.
So I think the violence towards the men came because he didn't want to believe that he was a homosexual.
Right.
And so he would put the crosses in their head to say they were sinners. I'm not sure.
He hated himself and them.
Yeah.
He was probably blaming them too for his.
Right. And like outside of murdering these men, he would act out towards a lot of men in a hateful way to hide the fact that he was actually a homosexual.
Okay.
So maybe the reason he killed so many men in such a small amount of time was due to that hatred of himself and hatred towards the fact that he was attracted to men.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense for sure.
It's really not the reason to go hacking and whacking and raping men.
Yeah, that's not right.
Terrible. No. And, for whatever reason, these guys were not having good lives anyways. They were down on their luck. They're, drunks and no homes, no money, just wandering here and there. So for a serial killer, they are a perfect target because nobody's looking for them.
Right.
People have stopped caring, especially in that age bracket, it goes 40 to 65.
It goes to the same thing of like serial killers having like the sex workers as their target. It really is an easier target because they're already down on their luck. They're already vulnerable. Oftentimes are cut off from their families. Nobody's looking for them because they, quote, know where they are on the street.
Yeah.
So,
that's what's sad is that
it's sad.
A lot of them were not even they were identified, but a lot of them weren't claimed as loved ones or family members, and they're probably just in a field where John Does and Jane Does go.
Yep.
With a little number. They have a number to their body. And that's part of the reason I like telling these stories, because maybe if someone out there knows anything about these and can identify or even care about these people that were lost and,
right,
you know, could use a real home
right.
for their end of life, it's, you know, gives closure.
That would be nice.
On September 11th, 1972, in Fairfield, California, the trial of Juan Corona began. But earlier in that year, the California Supreme Court abolished the death penalty, ruling it unconstitutional, cruel, and unusual. So,
You know what I think is cruel and unusual? Raping, hacking
murdering,
people with a hatchet, killing people
machetes.
repeatedly. Yeah.
Yeah, awful. He should not have been able to continue.
He doesn't deserve to live. Yeah.
Yeah. But that being said, Corona would never, so he would never have the death penalty. The trial took around 3 months, and the jury deliberated for 45 hours.
Holy shit.
Which is like more than a whole week's of work.
Yeah.
So it took them a long time. I'm not sure if it's because of his mental health or what they were like arguing back and forth about, but it took them 45 hours, and they found Corona guilty of first-degree murder on all 25 counts. And the judge sentenced him to a life imprisonment to run consecutively without possibility of parole.
Wow.
Yeah.
25 counts. That's
25.
a lot of years.
Yeah. Corona was incarcerated at the Vacaville, California medical facility due to a heart issue that he was having.
Oh.
And in 1973, he was stabbed 32 times in his cell because he had bumped into a fellow inmate and did not say, "Excuse me."
It's fucking Vacaville. Just saying. Vacaville. Yeah.
Vato Nation.
Yeah.
So, but during this incident, Corona lost one of his eyes and still survived.
Wait, what? He fucking survived that?
Yes.
Holy shit.
He survived being stabbed 32 times and losing an eyeball.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. In 1992, 20 years after his trial, he moved to the Corcoran State Prison, where he served a life sentence in the sensitive needs yard because of his dementia. He started to go wonky.
Well, sometimes when you have a lot to forget,
You just forget.
you just forget.
He was also denied parole on 8 separate occasions, but the fact that he kept trying is beyond me, because 8 times?
Yeah.
That's a lot. And you're never going to believe how long he lived.
Is he still alive magically?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not magically alive.
I was going to say.
He died March 4th, 2019.
Holy shit.
Of natural causes at age 85.
Wait, what was the date again?
March 4th, 2019.
I was going to say, did he get COVID?
Not your birthday.
We knew what it was?
Oh, no. I think
it
was not.
That happened
really
at the end.
yet.
That happened at the end of 2019. So, wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Corona is quoted in saying, "Yes, I did it, but I am a sick man, and a sick man can't be judged by the same standards as other men."
Yeah, they can.
I say BS.
I don't think that he's insane. I think that he's completely there.
He was filled with rage and couldn't
he can't believe that he's gay.
Yeah.
So he lashed out towards men who were.
And he found easy, vulnerable people to take advantage of. And
because of narcissistic tendencies, he blamed them, not himself.
Correct.
Yeah, fuck him.
That is, yeah.
Gross.
So the Machete Murderer, Juan Vallejo Corona, is no longer.
Hallelujah.
He definitely did a number and a lot of damage to a lot of people.
Still a lot of dead bodies out there.
Yeah,
sure.
Possibly 9.
Yeah, there's dead bodies out there for sure. So like if you own a farm in that area where he was active, maybe like,
Sacramento Valley.
Check out your farm property.
Yuba City.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a rough one. And his wife, a side note, his wife did divorce him in 1974 after the trial and him being incarcerated.
Good.
And nothing is, I'm pretty sure they went into seclusion.
I would.
Because nothing's talked about. He had 4 daughters.
Yeah.
And nothing,
Can you imagine being the daughter of that? That's got a stigma that comes with it. If people know that your parent is a fucking serial murderer or rapist,
they probably had to change their names and their
look
whole
at
lives.
Like BTK's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She has had that with her forever, but like she rips on him. It's funny. She rips on him on Twitter and shit. So. But
good on her.
Yeah. Damn.
So
that was brutal.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Thanks a lot, Kristen.
God. I have never been known to be anything but kind of graphic.
It's okay.
Stuff, so.
That's, how we roll.
It's the facts, guys.
Yeah.
The facts.
Yeah.
If you want to wear a blanket over your head for your whole life, that's cool. Don't listen to us talk.
Also,
but some of these things need to be talked about.
Kristen's got the triple threat of skull logo going on right now. It's great.
Do.
Yes.
I'm all about it.
I like it. Living that skull mug life.
You even got it on the back there.
Yeah. See, that's the old
a little
sticker.
Faded. This is the old sticker, guys.
Not good.
We're getting new ones.
This is the new sticker.
These will be.
This is the new.
So cute.
Yeah, the new stickers are made of vinyl. They are UV resistant, waterproof stickers. They will not fade. They will not scratch off. They're badass. So go buy them.
Go buy them.
Click the link in the Instagram, y'all, or Twitter, or the fake book. I like calling it fake book because it is. All right. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Before
That's all
we
my
go?
brain can go do.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I hope everybody has a lovely day after that terrifying tale of disgustingness and murder. And until next time, ta-ta!
For now.
Thanks for listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts. If you love our podcast, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. This helps us more than you know. If you really love us and want to support us, go to our website at www.crimecoffeeandcrafts.com. From there, you can join our Patreon, shop our merch, and find us on social media.